We do have some new information. There is a tornado watch. We'll get to it in just a minute. It's been expanded northward from Sampson County until 6 a.m. Pretty much what we've been talking about, that corridor along Interstate 95 with that tornado risk later tonight, early tomorrow morning. Here's Isaias again. It is a Category 1 hurricane. Notice the track bending a little bit to the northeast, but going north-northeast still at 16 miles an hour, closing in on the south North Carolina coast as it pushes to the northeast, again, about 15 to 16 miles an hour. The wind's at 75 miles an hour right now, minimal hurricane. So the impacts here from what we were talking about when it was a tropical storm and being a hurricane are going to be pretty much exactly the same. It's just a designation now. We're going to get hit by a hurricane. So if it does make landfall in North Carolina, either way, that's 4 hurricanes in 5 years to impact the state. Typically, even North Carolina doesn't get hit that much. We all would like a break, but not in the cards for us, and we're still early in the season. Here we are at 9 o'clock. Look at the winds. This is just in from the National Hurricane Center. A new update. The winds are up to 85 miles per hour. So it has increased in strength pretty quickly, moving north-northeast now at 18 miles per hour. So you're seeing this just as I am, this coming in as we speak. So it is again, the strength now is higher than what it was forecast to be. So those winds along and east of Interstate 95 could be higher too. This is again based on 5 o'clock data. So when the new forecast track comes out from the Hurricane Center, the winds may be a little bit higher here along and east of Interstate 95. We're going for winds gusting to 60 to 65, but with that ramping up to 85 just in the last hour, that could be a little bit on the low side. The hurricane races off to the northeast. Whatever happens with it tonight, it's gone early in the morning hours tomorrow, right around sunrise. It'll be long gone. Some of the buoy gusts now, getting a gust to 60. Here's the center. This is the North Carolina coast, South Carolina coast. One buoy here offshore north of the center now with winds gusting to 60, 45 to 50 or so further away. And you get to Cape Lookout and those points. The wind's not an issue right now. That'll change a little bit as we head toward tomorrow morning. But with the center moving this far inland, the Outer Banks may not see huge wind issues as opposed to areas a little bit farther inland, say along in the east of Interstate 95. The rain's increasing now across the region. You can see that on First Alert Doppler radar, and you see across Wake County got some bands of some moderate rain developing, but most of it's on the light side right now. Same thing along and north of Interstate 85. Again, some bands of heavier rain here and there. And then around Fayetteville, you've got some light to moderate rain associated with the storm as it's pushing towards the north and northeast now. These bands of rain are coming in towards the north and northwest. And notice right along the coast here, north of Wilmington, there is one tornado warning in effect. And as Isaias makes its way towards the north-northeast, we may begin to see that tornado threat getting into our part of the viewing area, our part of central North Carolina later tonight. So here's that new tornado watch just issued by the Storm Prediction Center for Wayne County, Wilson County, Franklin, Edgecombe County. I'm sorry, not Franklin, Edgecombe, Nash County, up into Halifax and Northampton. That's in effect until 6 a.m., that tornado watch. So folks, again, along and east of 95, want to have a way to get warnings if you're heading to bed. Keep that phone, the ABC 11 app handy. Keep the phone alert up and your phone charged in case a tornado warning is issued. They're brief. They're usually very weak, but they can still cause damage, obviously. First Alert Predictor shows the bands of rain coming in. There's the center of Isaias moving into the state and then traveling along and east of Interstate 95. This is 4 a.m., the center around Goldsboro. That's where you'll have the strongest winds right around the center. Heavy rain north and west of the center, but it shuts off very quickly to the south. 5 a.m., there it is, tracking up into parts of southeast Virginia as we get into 6, 7, 8 o'clock. And by 7 or 8 o'clock, again, it's pretty much gone except the far northeastern parts of the viewing area. The rain shuts off and a pretty decent day. The winds will diminish through the morning hours, and by afternoon, got partly sunny skies. It's still going to be muggy, but it should be fairly dry. How much rain? This is just one computer model, but generally, since it's moving so quickly, it looks like on the order of 2 to 4 inches, some isolated 5-inch amounts. Some of the heaviest rain looks to be setting up right along Interstate 95 as well, but even around the triangle down to Fayetteville too, 1 to 3 inches, maybe a bit more in spots. This is the amount of rain in the last 5 days, and notice where you see the yellows, this is amounts of 2 inches, the oranges up to 3, southern Wake County there, and some spots have had even more than that. Notice where the blue is, that's an inch or less. So not all areas have had a ton of rain, but the ground is saturated at least in some spots. You add another 2 to 4 inches on top of that coming down in just a few hours. hours, and that could lead to some flash flooding. So flash flood watch in effect. This is a good idea if you have to be out. Wait until you get towards mid-morning tomorrow if you can to be out, and everything should be getting much better in terms of flash flooding, and all other conditions too will be improving rapidly. Neuse River is the only one we have a flood warning in effect now for Smithfield and Clayton. They're well below flood stage right now, but they do get above flood stage as we get. I didn't fix these days here. This should be by Wednesday. They'll be getting into the flood stage. Moderate flooding expected there on the Neuse River. Right now, no other flood warnings are in effect except for the Cape Fear south of Fayetteville. There's a tropical storm warning in effect from Raleigh down to Fayetteville for tropical force gusts of wind to 40 or greater, but everybody's going to at least see a gust of 40 or 45 potentially, and higher amounts to the east. We'll show you that. Along the coast, these counties are under hurricane warnings: New Hanover County, Brunswick County, and then getting up towards Jacksonville. Not quite to Onslow County, but just the southeastern part of the state right now under a hurricane warning. There are storm surge warnings, though, up and down the coast. For a storm surge, if you have interest there, 2 to maybe 4 feet in spots. Shouldn't be nearly as bad as it was with Florence. Shouldn't be a huge thing, but even 2 or 3 feet above normal level is a pretty good amount of water. So again, tonight through tomorrow morning around sunrise, a little thereafter, the timing for this: heavy rain, flash flooding, winds that could gust to 65 miles per hour, especially along and east of Interstate 95. That'll create some power outage issues for sure along and east of the interstate, but even a scattered power outage possible around the triangle too.